Well, it's foggy and cold outside, but I am trying to motivate to get out. I'm loading my pallet right now. I'm gonna put this, I just packed this thing up and take it with me. So I'm loading up my colors right now. Looks like, what am I missing here? Looks like I'm missing, always need ultramarine. We've got titanium white, cad yellow light, yellow ochre, that's burnt sienna, cad red light, quinacridone red, a little bit of ultramarine blue. This is cerulean hue, and then there's a little bit of black on there. That's mostly for when I do cityscapes. So anyway, I'm loading that up, so that way when I get on site, I don't have to worry about paint. I can just get going. It's 4:30 in the afternoon, so there's not a lot of time, but I'm feeling like getting out there. An assortment of brushes here. Mostly synthetic brushes, flats, in varying sizes. Try to get rid of all the small brushes. This one here is the smallest. I'll use that for drawing. But I'm going to try to do most of the painting with the larger ones. Keeps me out of trouble. Alright, so load it up. Okay, so I'm loading up my backpack. Got these plastic PVC tubes in here for holding brushes. Makes them, keeps them from getting bent up. Got my paper towels. Let's see. Here's my clip-on brush holder. That's going in there. I'm gonna put panels in this pocket here. Got this old backpack that was my daughter's. In here I got my other stuff. I got my medium. Been using liquid when I'm outdoors. Also got my brush cleaner, little extra mineral spirits in a bottle in here too. Little extra mineral spirits right there. And let's see. And then plastic bag and pallet cup. And in here we got gloves, extra gloves. And what else do I have here? And I got my viewfinder, just for compositions, a little extra white paint, and then got an extra container of paint. All this paint will go in the trunk. I won't carry it with me, but if I run out of anything, I can reload my pallet. And then my pallet here, which just goes into a bag. And so I just got my backpack, my bag, and then also a tripod that this hangs on. We're all set. All right, time to hit it. I don't know if you can hear, but it's really windy out here. I kind of got behind this hill, so it's not so bad. But I'm going to kind of explore around here and see if I can find anything. I'm out by the bay, so there's not a lot of protection. You kind of see the bay off that way. Big cloud bank. That's actually fog bank over the hill. That's what's fueling all this wind. But anyway, I'm gonna look around, see if I can find something to paint, and yeah, we'll see what I can find. Okay, off in the distance, there's the light is getting to be pretty good right now, and there's some trees, and some hills, shadows, fog coming over, and I've only got a short period of time before it gets dark. I've walked about a mile to get out here, but that looks kind of interesting, and so let's set up and go. Okay, so my camera blew over. Hope that doesn't happen again. Okay, so yeah, when I paint outdoors, I use liquid just because it dries quickly, and also I like the way that I like the way the paint goes on with it too. I don't use it inside because it's so damn toxic smelling. But actually it's funny, the smell of it now reminds me, I use this whenever I paint outdoors, so I actually kind of like the smell of it because it reminds me of being outdoors. So anyway, we're gonna give this a quick go here and see what happens. So hopefully the camera is set up. This is my first time trying a sort of plein air demonstration, so I'm sure there's going to be some bumps in the whole process. But anyway, we'll have fun anyway. So I'm using my viewfinder for the distance here to look at those trees and get kind of an idea of what I want to do. But it's not exactly a perfect scene. They never are. So I kind of make it up a little bit too. Okay, so okay, so I'm just doing a little sketching with burnt sienna really fast, and then I'll take a step back and see if I've got anything that looks interesting. And I can always change it, you know, obviously. I like to work quickly, so we'll see how fast we can do this. You know what, and if it doesn't work out, you just scrape it off. So I'm gonna start with a big brush. I don't know what this is, but like maybe I can't see anymore, but you know what, maybe I'll even use a bigger one. Let's go even bigger, like this, so you can get a picture of how it is. See if that works. Alright, so I'm just going with my darkest first. We got these trees on the hill here. Using a little bit of black, actually for the greens. Makes good greens with a little bit of yellow. Okay, so I'm just going to get those trees in here. And not be too careful about it. They kind of go off this way. And there's some trunks. Okay. Hills here. Okay. Trees are done. Yeah, just kidding. And it's kind of grayed down a little bit too. It's not super blue, but and that's in here. Looks like there's some distant hills too. That's the fog bank right there. On top of that, there's some shadows as well. Here. Move a lot of paint with a big brush, that's for sure. And then the shadows, the hills are kind of all kind of turned gold. I'm going to mix my grass color, the golden grass color first, and then add some blue to it or some violet to it to actually create the shadow shapes. Yeah, that's actually pretty close. I got lucky. What do you know? Okay. A little bit of it peeking through there. It's a little bit reddish on the hill. I think it's yellower as it goes down. It's lighter. Maybe even a little cooler. There's definitely some red in there. It's kind of neat. Okay, so now I'm going to add some blue to that color. Let's see if I can get a good shadow color for that grass. Look around here, make sure nobody's coming. Could be weird seeing somebody out here talking to themselves. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good color. So yeah, I'm mixed like kind of a violet or purple color And then I mixed in some of the grass color. I don't always do it that way. I don't really have a set method. It's kind of just like seat of your pants every time, which actually makes for interesting results. Okay, so then, and there's a little shadow kind of space up on that hill. I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll go with it. All right. Now, let's see. There's also shadow on the road up front. I'm going to make that a little darker. It's like right here. And then there's more shadow in the grass from this other plant here. Okay. And let's see. This plant here has got kind of, in the shadow side of that plant, it's kind of golden. And at this one, something small. Okay. Now there's the sky up above is pretty easy because we know that's kind of a super light. I'm using cerulean here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Alright, so making that sky kind of a cerulean, so it's a little bit warmer of a blue. Just kind of stand out from the blue below. It's in the shadow of the fog. So I'm just kind of doing that. Super light too, the sky. So I might have already made that a little too dark. Still need some more white to lighten it up. And get another paper towel, maybe. And kind of wipe off some. Add some white. This field has some lighter sort of cool greens in it. Try to mix some of that in there too. Just working fast here and having fun. I'm not really worried if it turns out or not. It's just nice to be out here. Super gold up front here. I'll show you. This area here by this cap, really, really golden. And this side of the path over here, a lot lighter. Wow, look at all that. Putting a lot of paint on there. Check it out. Woo! Yeah, I don't know how, you never know how it is until you're finished. But I'm having fun, so it's all about. It's kind of cool. I don't know. Let's see here. There's definitely some green out there. Some like, yeah, kind of over here, kind of green in those fields too. using a limited palette, like I showed before we came out, which sort of keeps things under control in a way, so you don't overdo it with the different colors. Let me get that path in there. And I kind of, sometimes you can use the isolator on here. Sometimes I'll just use my hand. And actually the path is kind of like a warm gray. So let's see. Kind of like that almost. It's lighter. Got a lot of orange in it, surprisingly. A little lighter. Sort of this time of day, everything's got a little bit of orange in it. Maybe a little darker. Definitely. Well, let's get a base color there. I'm going to need to lighten it up a little bit. But, let's do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. You never can tell it till you get home. Put it in a frame. One of the great things about Plein is just the chaos, the natural chaos that happens because you're outdoors and you can't really, you're sort of out of control a little bit. That's not right. Yellow. Running out of white paint. Colors are changing fast too. I gotta do a little more on those trees up there. Let's see, there's some green on those. Everything's got sort of that late afternoon warm color to it. But I don't want to mess up the dark. It's really important. So this big brush is definitely keeping me from putting too much detail or anything, which is good. Turns out this brush is actually fine for this. I wouldn't want anything. It seems to be handling it pretty well. There's a light on that side. I think it's pure yellow. Pure yellow right there. There's some pops of pure yellow around this side too. Some grasses. Now I'm almost seeing a little bit of pink. Now these plants up front are sort of these reeds or grasses, and I don't want to really get into too much detail with them because I like just the bigger shapes, but just to kind of suggest it without kind of overdoing it. Maybe that works. I don't know. Yeah, it kind of does actually. Okay. Maybe I'll do the same with this one. Just a little suggestion. I'm stepping way back. Okay. I don't know how many minutes we are into this, but I'm feeling like I'm pretty close to calling it good. Maybe we'll get another one done too. There's some red poking sort of popping between the trees. I'm not going to overdo that either. I don't want to get finicky with it. You know what I mean? Alright. Try to eliminate some of that white, some of the white stuff. The white of the canvas coming through. It's kind of cool. I'll say that now. I get home and look at it and think, what the hell happened? But I can kid myself for a little while. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, now I'm just kind of looking at it as an abstract, just the design. I'm not looking so much at the scene. I'm thinking, what does it need to make it hold together as a painting? And kind of like riding a wave, you know, you're sort of just thinking fast and hoping for the best. All right, I think we're almost there. pops of white. Okay, now I just got to get that white of the top here is kind of this fog. So I got to see if we can make that happen. Clear out a little space here on my palette, which you cannot see. I realize that. Maybe if I get better at this, I'll have somebody come help me. But I'm just cleaning up paint. So I got a clear palette. The palette's 12 by 16, so it's kind of small. But, you know, I do smaller panels a lot when I come out. Although I don't like to do, this is a 9 by 12, which is smaller than I usually like to do. If it's too small, you don't have enough room to kind of swing a big brush. And smaller panels sometimes can be frustrating. They make you maybe too careful. So, kind of like, you know, 11 by 14 and bigger. But I had this one around, so I figured I'd give it a go. Alright. See if I can make that. See if I can get that cloud. Tops of the cloud are kind of light colored. It's actually fog. So let's see here. I know what you're thinking. Oh man, that's not working. And my brush is still dirty. Maybe I'll use another one. But what you do is just wipe it out. So first time I've changed brushes. This is another flat, a little smaller. Let's see if this works. Just reaching around until I find something. Kind of working. It's hard though with this. It's easy for the white to get dirty. And that bottom. It's got some warmth in that. It's kind of lighter too, actually. I got it too dark. Bottom. So I'm lightening up the fog bank a little bit. Hope it starts looking like fog in a second here.
other side's even. This side's lighter. I don't like how it's like I don't like how it's a straight line across, even though that's how it appears. Change that. Put some more blue in here. To get that top of that cloud or that fog to pop, I'm going to need to darken this sky. True. Let's see. I can't really get any lighter with that fog, with the light. Yeah, there we go. Even though it's in real life, it's super bright. I'm not going to fuss with it too much, just because I just want to make this quick. And so I'm just going to do a little on the tops of these trees, and that's it. Alright, let's see what it looks like to you guys. So there you can kind of see what's going on. Not too bad. Not great. Maybe. I don't know. Kind of cool, actually. I like that, the shadow on that little plant in the front. It's kind of good to have things in the, like, say in the front, and then kind of things of interest in the front, and then middle, and then the back. So I'll bring it home and touch it up, but anyway, there we go.